Blackstone Audio presents General Lee's Army, From Victory to Collapse by Joseph T. Glatthaar. For Jackie, who deserves it. Prologue. In mid-May 1864, Theodore Lyman, a Union officer on Major General George G. Meade's staff, attempted to dispel the rumors that Robert E. Lee and his Army of Northern Virginia were beaten. Lee is a brave and skillful soldier, and he will fight while he has a division or a day's rations left. Of the soldiers in the Army of Northern Virginia, Lyman wrote admiringly, "These rebels are not half-starved and ready to give up. A more sinewy, tawny, formidable-looking set of men could not be. In education, they are certainly inferior to our native-born people, but they are usually very quick-witted within their own sphere of comprehension, and they know enough to handle weapons with terrible effect. Their great characteristic is their stoical manliness. They never beg or whimper or complain, but look you straight in the face with as little animosity as if they never heard a gun." After 3 years of hard war against vastly superior Union strength and resources, the Army of Northern Virginia was still a deadly combat force. Not surprisingly to Lyman, it would take 11 more months of brutal fighting to subdue Lee's army. This is a study of those sinewy, tawny, formidable-looking set of men, as well as their brave and skillful commander, Lee. The saga of Lee's army especially tells the broader story of the entire Civil War, because if you understand why his men fought, what hardships they endured, how they managed so much success against the vastly superior enemy, how they came close to winning, and why they lost, you understand fundamentally the war itself. In order to see such a wide angle, this book reaches back more than a year before Lee assumed command of those troops, when they soldiered under Joseph E. Johnston in the Shenandoah Valley, Pierre Gustave Turant Beauregard in Northern Virginia, or John Bankhead Magruder along the peninsula between the New York and James Rivers. Half of all the soldiers who ever served in the Army of Northern Virginia left home to don the Confederate uniform in 1861, and nearly 3 of every 4 enlisted before Lee assumed command. What made this army so special, however, was the combination of its soldiers and its new commander, Lee, in June 1862. Over the next few months, as Lee and his army drove the Union forces away from the gate.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?